Do you ever find yourself, staring at a book, knowing you should be reading it, but your mind just drifts? You want that deep knowledge, that growth, that bigger understanding reading promises.
Yeah.
But instead of getting lost in it, you're just maybe counting pages.
Oh, absolutely. It's like you want to have read it more than you actually want to read it.
Exactly. Painfully familiar, right?
It's a really common paradox, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, in this age of infinite scrolling and constant pings, our attention spans, well, they feel like they're in a constant battle. Focused reading can seem, almost like a sport.
A tough one.
But it really doesn't have to be that way.
Absolutely not. And that's why today on the deep dive, we're really getting into the art and the science of reading, specifically how to make it a powerful learning tool.
Right.
Our mission here is to give you practical, brain-friendly ways to gain knowledge better, seriously supercharge your vocabulary, and finally get that laser-like focus we're all after.
And we've looked at quite a bit academic studies on, how we actually learn words.
Okay.
Plus advice from language learning pros, and even dug into real talk from online communities about the struggles people face.
Yeah.
And the breakthroughs, too.
That's the important part. So what you can expect is to really understand the why behind reading for learning, get solid tips and how-to strategies for vocab and focus, and plenty of concrete examples you can use, like right away. So let's get started.
Do it.
So first off, why does reading matter so much? It's way more than just sounding out words, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. When we talk about learning a language, reading isn't just like one skill among many. It's really foundational.
Foundational how?
Well, it's key not just for vocabulary, but for getting a handle on complex grammar, improving your writing. And perhaps surprisingly, it even boosts your listening and speaking.
That's interesting. How does it help speaking?
It exposes you to structures, phrases, how ideas flow naturally. But what's really transformative is how reading builds vocabulary. It's not just piling up words. It's more like a journey in 3 stages.
Okay, 3 stages. Tell me more.
So first, maybe you see a new word, kind of guess its meaning from context. That's partial knowledge.
Like a rough idea.
Exactly. Then, through more reading, you see it again, maybe in different situations. You deepen your understanding, get the nuance.
Okay, getting clearer.
And then, the magic moment.
Yeah.
You're not just recognizing it passively. You start using it yourself, effortlessly, in your own sentences. That's reading, building a truly rich, usable vocabulary.
That makes sense. And when you add focused reading to that, it becomes like a brain superpower, right?
Absolutely. Staying focused isn't just about speed. It massively improves your understanding both the big ideas and the small details.
And that helps you remember it.
Precisely. Better retention. It helps encode that information into your long-term memory much more effectively.
And why is that focus so important for, say, critical thinking?
Well, because that's how you get beyond just absorbing information. Focused reading lets you analyze, evaluate, question the author's assumptions, connect ideas. It's much deeper engagement.
Right.
And there are other benefits too. Studies show reading, especially literary fiction, can actually increase empathy.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Plus, it's great mental stimulation. And it can even trigger a relaxation response. Lower heart rate, calmer state. Which, ironically, is sometimes why reading makes you feel sleepy.
Yes, the sleepiness. We definitely need to talk about that later. But first, let's tackle the big one. Why do we get stuck? Why do we lose focus?
It's a universal struggle.
For sure. One huge factor is just, lack of enjoyment, motivation. Sometimes reading feels like a chore,
Like you're just ticking a box.
Yeah.
Counting down the pages.
Yeah, that feeling of wanting to have read it, not actually read it.
And then there's the constant barrage of distractions. Our phones, social media, they're literally designed to pull us away with those little dopamine hits.
Makes sustained focus feel almost impossible sometimes.
Plus, there's mental fatigue, stress, information overload. It just eats up our cognitive resources. Even just background noise can totally break your concentration.
And for anyone learning a new language, oh boy, the hurdles just multiply, don't they?
They really do. You've got vocabulary overload, just tons of new words coming at you.
And synonyms. You learn one word, then find 5 others that mean almost the same thing.
Exactly. Then there's grammar. Those tricky rules, idioms that make no literal sense, homophones, verb tenses.
Yeah.
It can feel overwhelming.
Totally.
You also wrestle with pronunciation, maybe sounds that don't exist in your first language, and cultural nuances in conversation, politeness.
Yeah, those can trip you up.
And underlying a lot of it for language learners is often a fear of making mistakes that can really hold you back.
Okay, so if any of that sounds familiar to you listening, you're definitely not alone. And the good news is we have strategies, powerful ones. Let's dive into 2 key reading modes: intensive and extensive reading.
Great idea. First up, intensive reading. Think of yourself as a linguistic detective here.
Okay, detective mode. Why do we do this?
The why is all about depth, precision. It's designed to help you understand everything in a short piece of text. It's like a high-intensity workout for your language brain.
So what is it exactly?
It's a very close, detailed look at a short, often quite challenging text, maybe just 1 to 3 pages. The goal is to understand every word, every grammar point, every little nuance.
Got it. And the benefits?
Huge benefits. It's fantastic for really expanding your vocabulary, mastering complex grammar, and seriously improving your comprehension skills. Plus, if you pair it with audio.
Like an audiobook or podcast transcript.
Exactly. It's brilliant for improving your pronunciation and intonation, too.
Okay, sounds powerful. So how do you actually do it? What are the steps?
Good question. For the how-to, first, pick a text that's just a little bit above your current level. Not too easy, not impossibly hard.
Examples.
Sure. Beginners could use short bilingual dialogues. Intermediates, maybe a 10, 15-minute podcast transcript. Advanced learners might tackle a specialized article in their field. And whenever you can, read and listen at the same time. Use audiobooks with the text or videos with subtitles. That dual input is really effective.
Right. Hitting multiple senses. What's next?
This is key. Annotate and analyze. Don't just read passively. Mark up the text. Unknown words, interesting phrases, confusing grammar.
Use highlighters, pens.
Yep. And translation tools like DeepL or Google Translate. Use them, but sparingly. Maybe just for a quick meaning check. Always try to guess from context first.
Okay. And then?
Reread. Go through the text several times. This is crucial for reinforcement, for making it stick.
Repetition, repetition.
Exactly. And finally, summarize and collect. Maybe jot down the main points in your own words or list useful expressions in a notebook.
So you can use them later.
Precisely. For self-talk practice or even in actual conversations, it brings the language to life.
Okay, that's intensive reading, the deep dive. Now, what about the other mode? Extensive reading.
Right. Extensive reading. I like to call this the language marathon.
Marathon. Okay. Why this approach?
The why here is breadth and immersion. It's about letting vocabulary and grammar sink in more naturally, more organically. And crucially, it's about enjoyment.
Enjoyment. That sounds good.
Yeah, the goal isn't detailed analysis. It's about getting into a flow state, just absorbing the language.
So what is it in practice?
Simply put, it's reading a lot of relatively easy material, things you can read smoothly, mostly for pleasure and overall understanding, without stopping for every unknown word.
And the benefits of this marathon approach?
Oh, they're significant. You get natural vocabulary acquisition because you see words repeatedly in different contexts. Research suggests like 15 to 20 encounters helps you really learn a word.
15 to 20, wow.
Yeah. You also grasp grammar intuitively, improve your reading speed and stamina, boost your motivation and confidence because it feels good. And it can even increase empathy, exposing you to different viewpoints.
Okay, I'm sold. How do we do it effectively?
The number one how-to, the absolute most important thing is pick what you love.
Makes sense.
Choose stuff that genuinely interests you. Novels, comics, magazines, blogs about your hobbies. Ask yourself, would I read this in my first language?
Good test.
If the answer is no, don't force it. Interest makes it enjoyable, not a chore. That's the why behind its success.
So focus on enjoyment. What else for the how-to?
Focus on the overall meaning. Don't get bogged down by every single unfamiliar word. Try to infer from the context. Keep the flow going.
Okay, resist the dictionary urge.
Exactly. And highlight sparingly. Maybe aim for no more than, say, 5 unknown words per page. Keep it moving, keep it fun.
Good rule of thumb.
Also, gradually build your stamina. Try slightly longer texts or slightly more complex ones as you get more comfortable.
And you mentioned rereading.
Yes, if you really enjoyed something, reread it. It's a fantastic, natural way to consolidate vocabulary and grammar without it feeling like study.
Love that. Okay, now let's zoom in on vocabulary itself. Decoding new words. There's some cool science here, right? Why do certain methods work better?
There really is. And one of the biggest factors, maybe surprisingly simple, is repetition.
We just touched on that, the 15-20 encounters.
Exactly. The why is straightforward. More exposure helps you remember the word, but crucially, It also makes it easier to actually use in your own speech later on.
Makes it active, not just passive knowledge.
Precisely. Now, another powerful technique, though some purists might disagree, is L1 translation, using your first language.
Oh, tell me why that helps.
Well, research suggests trying to translate new words into your native language, especially for beginners, helps immensely with immediate understanding and better long-term retention. It builds a bridge to what you already know.
Okay, that's good to know. What about dictionaries or glosses?
Right. Dictionary use and marginal glosses. Those little definitions in the margin are definitely helpful. The why is they guide you to the meaning and promote word-related activity.
Word-related activity.
Basically interacting with the word. Interestingly, studies suggest marginal glosses might be more effective than stopping to look in a dictionary.
And why is that?
Because you're less likely to interrupt your reading flow. You get the meaning quickly and keep going, maintaining momentum.
Maintaining flow. That seems key.
Yeah.
What about being explicitly taught words?
Yeah, explicit instruction. Research is pretty clear. Being directly taught target words is generally more effective than just hoping you'll pick them up incidentally.
Okay. And the text itself, context clues.
Hugely important. Why? Because having good clues in the surrounding sentences significantly helps you figure out and remember a word's meaning. The text itself becomes a learning tool.
Like puzzle pieces.
Exactly. And another interesting finding is about multimedia annotations.
Like pictures or videos.
Yes. The why seems to be that adding visuals to text definitions leads to stronger learning and recall compared to text only. One study, for example, found text plus a picture worked better than text plus video, or just text.
Fascinating. What about reading while listening?
Yes. That's highly effective. The why? Well, many students prefer it, for one. But it also powerfully adds oral input, engaging the phonological loop in your memory, the part that processes sound.
Right. And you mentioned something about word types, nouns being easier.
Yeah, it seems nouns are often retained more easily than verbs or adjectives. The why isn't totally certain, but maybe because nouns often represent more concrete things in our mental filing system.
Interesting detail. Is there anything we should avoid when trying to learn vocabulary?
Well, one thing studies suggest might be counterproductive is certain semantic elaboration activities.
Like what? Example?
Like being asked to generate lots of synonyms for a new word right away. The why is that it might actually divert your attention away from locking down the word's basic form and meaning.
Okay, focus on the core meaning first. Got it. Now, let's tackle that focus issue head on. The focus strain. We've all felt it. Eyes on the page, mind somewhere else entirely.
Oh, yeah. Planning dinner, replaying a conversation.
Exactly. It's a real barrier.
It is. And the core reasons often link back to what we discussed earlier, those dopamine-driven distractions from our devices. Mental fatigue, stress, just limited brain energy, environmental noise. And sometimes, just a lack of interest in the material makes the mind wander.
So how do we fight back? How do we train our focus muscle?
A great starting point is mindfulness practice.
Mindfulness. Why does that help with reading focus?
Because mindfulness trains your attention. Even just 10, 15 minutes, maybe 5 times a week, builds that ability to notice when your mind wanders and gently bring it back. It's like weightlifting for your focus.
A mental gym. I like that. Okay, beyond mindfulness, what practical tips and how-to strategies can we use?
Loads. First, set clear objectives. Before you start, know what you want to get out of this reading session.
How to? Like, define a goal.
Exactly. Maybe it's understand this chapter's main argument, or read the next 20 pages and break down big readings, that 75-page beast. Maybe make it 3 25-page sessions. Makes it way less daunting.
Good one. What else?
Create a distraction-free environment. This is huge. How to? Find a quiet place. Put the phone away, like away.
Not just face down on the desk.
Ideally, not even in the same room.
Yeah.
Use tools like BlockSite if you need to resist website temptations. Good lighting, minimal clutter, set the stage for focus.
Okay, stage set. What techniques can we use while reading?
The Pomodoro technique is fantastic. Have you heard of it?
Vaguely. Remind me what it is.
Okay, how to? You work in focused bursts, typically 25 minutes, that's 1 Pomodoro, then take a short 5-minute break. After 4 Pomodoros, you take a longer break, 15, 30 minutes.
And why does this work so well?
Several reasons. It makes tasks feel less overwhelming, it combats procrastination, and interestingly, it helps fight self-inflicted distractions. Apparently, almost half our workday interruptions are ones we create ourselves.
Wow, half. That's crazy.
Yeah. Pomodoro also helps you track time and kind of gamifies it with those regular breaks.
Any tips for using Pomodoro?
Definitely. If a task takes way more than 4 Pomodoros, break the task down smaller. If tasks are tiny, bundle them into one Pomodoro. Critically. Never break a Pomodoro once you start it. Note interruptions, deal with them on the break.
Okay, protects the Pomodoro.
Exactly. And experiment. Maybe 45 minutes focus, 10 minutes break works better for you. And get away from screens during breaks.
Good advice. What else? Active reading.
Yes, practice active reading. How to. Don't just passively scan. Engage. Highlight, underline, jot notes or questions in the margins. Summarize paragraphs in your own words.
And why does this help focus?
Because it forces your brain to process the information actively, not just receive it. Summarizing especially helps consolidate vocabulary and understanding. Discussing it later helps even more.
Right. Anything else for focus?
A few more quick how-tos. Prepare ahead. Have water, comfy chair resources ready. Anticipate interruptions. Use visualization. Link new info to stuff you already know.
Choose the right format.
Yes. Physical book, e-reader, audiobook. Figure out what helps you concentrate best. And set up rewards. Small treat after finishing a chapter. It works.
Okay, back to the sleepiness factor. Why does reading make us tired sometimes?
It's real. Several reasons. Intense mental focus is tiring. We blink less, causing eye strain. Reading often triggers that relaxation response we mentioned.
Ah, the calming effect.
Yeah, plus your brain produces more alpha waves associated with relaxed states.
So if you want to stay awake, how to?
Okay, how to stay awake. Use bright light. Sit upright, maybe not in your super comfy armchair. Take frequent short breaks, stretch, look away. Engage actively notes, reading aloud. Stay hydrated.
And if you want reading to help you sleep,
Then do the opposite. How to encourage sleep. Have a consistent bedtime reading ritual. Choose calming material, maybe combined with relaxation techniques. Use a physical book, not a screen. Blue light is stimulating. Set a limit, one chapter perhaps.
interesting example about the weighted blanket, the napper.
Yeah, things like that can provide gentle pressure, which some find calming for focus, others relaxing for sleep. Depends on the person and context.
Okay, so we've got the why and the how for focus and vocab. Now let's talk about tailoring the journey. Choosing the right material seems crucial.
Absolutely critical. If the material isn't right, you won't stick with it. First, how to. Honestly assess your current level. Beginner, intermediate, advanced, A1, B2, C1.
Resources like Cambridge English can help.
Yeah, they have activities filtered by level, skill, even time needed. Then set clear goals. What are you reading for? Vocab, grammar, just understanding.
And for beginners, start simple is the advice.
Definitely. Examples. Children's books are great. Where the Wild Things Are, Dr. Seuss. They use core language simply. Or graded readers. Oxford, Cambridge, others publish books specifically leveled for language learners.
Good examples. And the interest factor again.
Crucial how-to. Choose topics you genuinely like. Read what you'd read anyway. Cooking blogs if you love cooking. Bike articles if you love bikes. That's the way it works in intrinsic motivation.
Makes total sense. What about length?
Consider book length. Shorter books, novellas, short stories feel less intimidating at first. How to check difficulty. Use reviews on Goodreads, Amazon. Look at sample pages online.
Dual language books?
Great example for beginners or intermediate. Seeing the translations side by side gives instant context.
And genre.
Explore different genres. Fiction, nonfiction, sci-fi, mystery. They all offer different vocabulary and styles. Don't be afraid to ask for recommendations, teachers, online groups like Reddit.
Any other resource examples?
Simple English Wikipedia is fantastic. Explains things using basic words and short sentences. And for advanced folks, maybe try reading authentic stuff not meant for you, but manage expectations.
Okay, shifting gears slightly. Reading speed. This can be tough, right? Especially if the writing system is different.
Oh yeah, like Japanese versus English. Sometimes in your native language, it feels like you just see the words. You don't consciously process each one. Reaching that in another language takes time.
So how do you speed up? Any magic bullets?
Unfortunately, no magic bullet. The most basic how-to is just consistent reading. Volume helps immensely.
Just got to put in the hours.
Pretty much. But reading while listening is a great accelerator. Why? It forces your brain to process faster to keep up with the audio. Combine sight and sound.
Any tech examples?
Yeah, like those Japanese visual novels where you can set the text speed. Or just YouTube videos with accurate subtitles in the target language.
Smart. What about immersion?
For higher levels, full immersion helps speed. That Reddit user who switched everything to English phone, computer, games.
The ever and everything all the time person.
That's the one. The why is constant exposure. Your brain adapts.
What about specific techniques? Chunking?
Yes, chunking and anticipation. How to? Learn to see phrases as units, not just single words, and predict what might come next based on context or genre. Rereading helps build this skill. Reading book series, too.
Are there specific exercises?
Yeah, things like ESL speed readings or apps designed for it. They give you short texts and quizzes to push your pace. Good examples for focus practice.
And for extensive reading, you said embrace uncertainty.
Absolutely. How-to for speed and extensive reading. Don't stop for every word. Why? It kills your flow. Infer from context. You'll learn the word eventually through repeated exposure. Trust the process.
Okay, final area. Reading slumps. We all hit them. What do we do?
Yeah, when it just feels like pulling teeth. A key how-to is just change something. Genre, author, even why you're reading. Read for themes, not just plot.
Maybe try short stories or poetry.
Great examples. Less commitment can get you back in the groove. Also, check in with yourself. Is it reading fatigue, lack of interest? Sometimes, like that Reddit user's example, bigger life stuff impacts it. Therapy, sobriety help them reconnect with reading.
Wow, that's powerful. What about tough required readings?
The academic slog. A practical how-to tag team with a class buddy. Divide chapters, discuss. Teaching it reinforces your own learning. That's the benefit.
Smart. And focus on relevance.
Yes. How to. Use your syllabus. Example. If the topic is coffee trait, maybe skim that chapter on car manufacturing. Focus your energy and use tools like News in Levels for daily, manageable, level-appropriate reading with audio. Another good example.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, what's the big picture for our listeners?
Well, what this all means is that you now have really a whole toolkit. Strategies to make reading more intentional, focused, and hopefully way more enjoyable as part of your learning, whether it's a new language or any subject.
Yeah. The key takeaways for me are understanding the power of both intensive and extensive reading.
Using them strategically.
Knowing the science behind learning words repetition, using your L1 when helpful.
Right, working with your brain.
And those practical focus techniques like Pomodoro. It's about making it work for you.
Exactly. Working with your brain, not fighting against it.
Totally. And in this world just drowning in information, maybe real reading mastery isn't just about speed or how many books you read.
What is it then?
Maybe it's more about finding what connects with you, staying truly present with the text, and letting those words actually build your understanding piece by piece.
That's a great thought.
So the final question for you listening is, what one specific shift, one small change will you make in your reading habits starting today to really transform your learning one page at a time?